Hello. Feels like it's been ages since I've seen you all. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday on a beautiful, sunshine-filled Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Is it? Feels like a Tuesday, Wednesday. Carol's nodding at me. You can't see it. You'll see her in a moment. She's a beautiful vision. She brings gin. What more could you want? She's like a mermaid with gin. Hello, everybody. Good evening. If we haven't met before, my name is Kate Carney from Sip and Share. Do this. Proud to be the UK's #1 craft gin. Always do this, don't I? Craft Gin and Spirits exclusive members discount club. Yeah. And who doesn't like a gin and tonic or gin cocktail? We're having a cocktail, folks. I'm going up in the world on a Wednesday night. Tell you what, I do, and as the sun is shining, why not play with lemons? So we're having a chat with the lovely Carol from Ellis Gin this evening, and you will notice she's even let me stream. She's let us in on the Ellis Facebook page. So if this is your first time watching an Ellis Gin live, I feel like I'm going to unveil the Queen, like Queen Carol will be here any moment. So grab a drink. I don't mind. Have a brew, have a cup of tea, have a gin and tonic, have a cocktail. Make it with us. It's dead simple because you know me. Those that know Sip and Share know me. Can't handle complex. Go and grab some lemon juice or a lemon and squeeze it, and some honey and some lemon Ellis gin. And all will be revealed. And I've realised I haven't brought my strainer upstairs. So, who knows how this is going to go. But leaning back dangerously on a chair. Look. Now, for anyone that follows me on Instagram knows I'm not any good with pictures. I'm a bit rubbish. That's an incentive to follow, isn't it? But look, in the beautiful box, that one there, Carol, a little white rose. That's how classy she is. Look at her. Look at how classy she is. Look, ready? See, you look like a white rose sort of lady.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I am wearing my brand colours as told by my social media people. Wear pink.
Wear pink. And pink, pale pink goes beautifully well with a white rose, doesn't it? You look like the sort of lady that would have large vases full of white roses around her home. Is that the case?
Oh my goodness. Well, obviously looks deceived because I've been in the distillery all day and you should have seen me 15 minutes ago.
Look, if from whatever you were like, you can transform into this mermaid goddess, gin glowing white rose wearing beauty. God knows what your starting point was 15 minutes ago. I fear it wasn't that bad. Anyway, hello, lovely.
Oh, hello, and hello to everyone on my Facebook page and all of the others too.
Like a little melding. It's like
I know. And people may be a bit confused, Kate, because normally it's Friday at 5 that I go live, and I'm so glad you told people that it's Wednesday, that there's maybe a bit of confusion in the Ellis community.
I love the idea of people marking their like a mental note in their diary in their week and how their week is going by, I know it's 5 at Friday, I know it's dinner o'clock when Carol pops up. Like that's how they do their week, and it's now we've thrown them off.
And do you know how it started, Kate? So obviously we've been in lockdown for a long time. And at the beginning of lockdown, we thought, right, how can every day was like Groundhog Day? Yeah. So we thought, how can we signify the start of the weekend? Because it's still the weekend, no matter, even in a pandemic, it's still the weekend. Yeah. So we thought, let's signify it by creating a cocktail every Friday at 5 o'clock. And I must admit, when we started it, I thought, we'll do this for a few weeks. And 16, 17 months later, we're still doing it.
Welcome to my world. I totally agree and understand with that. So you've made a cocktail every Friday at 5 o'clock since.
We probably missed one or two, but in the one or two that we missed, there were some weeks that we made two. So we have a repertoire of cocktails using a variety of our gins and other mixers.
So is cocktails your thing then? Like, is that your true love? Because you mentioned before we started speaking that you have an affiliation, you have experience in cocktails even before you made the gin. So is cocktails like what you do? Is this something regular in your house?
I would love to say so, but no, definitely not. Yeah, no, I love my gin and I love my gin in my mixer, but cocktails were so popular, especially during the pandemic, and people got a lot more interested in them, and it was something to do. It was DIY. So yeah, and our gins, which I'll tell you about a little while, are great in cocktails, and I guess we just discovered that and thought, yeah, let's go for it. Let's do something different.
So the gin came first. So right, shall we make, just before we talk about the gin, shall we make a little cocktail? Because I've got some ice. Do you know what I'm looking around going, has this cocktail got any mixer in it, or is it just?
It's well, it's got lemon juice.
Yeah, okay.
It's got honey syrup. Well,
yeah, let's go with that as a mixer.
We're just doing tonight, just so everyone knows, we're doing a bee's knees tonight, just a basic bee's knees, but you can get a buzzing bee's knees, which I'll tell you about in a little while.
Okay, so I've put some gin in here already. I've put a bit of gin and some ice in, ready to shake up. Do we shake this one?
Yeah, we're shaking this one. So for the bee's knees, as Kate said, it's a very simple cocktail, and most of the cocktails that we've done over the period that I talked about are simple, and it's in most cases it's things you can find in your cupboard rather than having to go to a specialist store to get some obscure syrup, etc. So this one we are using 40 ml of the wonderful Ellis No. 5 Lemon Gin, which we launched in May last year during the first lockdown.
It has a number in number 5. Is this the 5th in the collection? Is that what number 5 is?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And with this one, we're using 25 ml of honey syrup. Now, Kate and I were talking beforehand saying, I don't have honey syrup.
No.
Well, what we can do is make your own. All it is 1 part honey to 1 part water, dilute it, and then cool it down. And there you have it. You can add a bit of sugar if you like it sweeter. And there you have your own honey syrup.
Today, I'm going to go with 1 part honey and 1 part gin.
Okay. So your honey syrup, that was 25 ml, and then we've got some lemon juice. That was close. And it's 10 ml of lemon juice in that one too, and it's in your cocktail shaker with plenty of ice.
I have just squirted. So I went to measure, Carol, in a very classy way. Oh, best before November 2020. Does that matter?
I don't know. The bees will be buzzing.
Bit of lemon juice.
And then you're shaking. Shake for 15 seconds. Not 40, not 60.
Well, that's a nice shaker.
Would you like it? This is my weekend.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then you're just sieving into your glass like so.
See, I can tell you've done this every Friday. I can't get the bloody thing open. Every Friday, because you look very thighs are freezing, so just squeeze that between them. Very classy and sophisticated. And I just can't. I mean, my desk is a mess. I just can't pull it off. Look at you. Oh. Have you put ice in that?
Yeah, I put some ice in the drink just to cool it down even further. And then I'm going to do, I've got some light lemon zest just to garnish. I think I've just broken it, but never mind. And I've twirled it round a straw just to give it a little bit of a twist.
Ooh!
Sunk into my glass. And it's as simple as that.
Oh, I'm so, look, mine's a bit smaller than yours.
Oh, nice.
Cheers. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, 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 everyone.
Oh, God, that's nice, isn't it?
So lovely.
We've got Ellis. We've got number 5. Who else is in the family? Who else is in the Ellis family?
So in our family, we launched Ellis in October 2018, and we launched with our number 2, our Bramble Gin. Wait,
the one thing I can do is count. I thought I had homeschooling with 2 young ones. You started with number 2. Now, Carol, did you print the label and go, oh, shit?
Nope, it was intentional. So obviously, number 1 is our London Dry, or basic London Dry. And at the time, I didn't want to introduce just a basic London Dry. I wanted to go for flavoured gins because of the popularity of them. Right. Now, flavoured gins have increased over 1,000% since 2017. A lot of that's to do with pink gin. So I knew for certain that I didn't want a pink gin and I didn't want to introduce my base gin. So we went to myself and my distiller, because I use a distillery in Glasgow to make my gin. We did a lot of experimenting. We had loads and loads of fun. And some of it I don't even remember. It was so much fun.
Great night.
But we found our brambles, and our brambles with our base gin was just amazing. So we launched with our number 2. And we also launched with
what's in that? What's when we say brambles, for people that don't know what bramble gin is, what are the botanicals in that? Why is it red? Tell us about brambles.
So all of our gins are naturally coloured and flavoured, but you're absolutely right. So in gin terms, our gin takes a little longer to make than a normal gin, because you go through the distillation process. You can distill a gin in 24 hours really quickly. So our base gin uses orris, angelica, coriander, citrus and juniper are the base botanicals. And then we take brambles. Some are foraged, but they're normally just shop bought, and we try to stay Scottish as much as possible. We submerge the brambles in that distilled gin for 10 to 14 days, and they go in that deep red colour and they come out white, and all of the flavour and colour is in our gin.
So that's they go in that colour, and all of the colour is lost to the spirit, and they come out white. Are they mushy when they come out? Like, what are they?
Yeah, they are. And the one thing I don't do that I really should is make gin bramble jam. Can you imagine that? So look out for that. I'm not exactly good in the kitchen, so maybe that won't come about. But yeah, so that's our bramble gin. Now, one of the reasons we went with the bramble gin was its taste. The second reason is this is one of our colour changing gins. So quite by accident, we found that when we added mixer to our red gin, it changes to an orange colour. So in the glass, it looks beautiful, like an Aperol spritzer. So yeah, it's really lovely there. And it's got a really natural spice. So as well as being lovely with tonic, it's lovely with ginger ale too, and a slice of orange.
Oh, nice. I can see why you've gone with the cocktail thing then, because if you've got, and I know you've got the butterfly pea one there, if you've got a colour changing gin, and you've got something that's got theatre associated with it. It's I mean, it's Instagram. It loves Instagram, doesn't it? It all looks beautiful. Okay, so that's number 2.
Yep, and then the other one we launched at the same time, because I couldn't decide which one to go with, was our butterfly pea. So again, there's no butterflies and there's no peas involved in the process of making this gin. Butterfly pea is an Asian flower said to have medicinal qualities of anti-stress and antidepressant features. It gives the gin this beautiful blue colour and quite a herby taste. So our gin is lovely with tonic, especially an elderflower tonic, really complementary to it. And this one is amazing as far as the theatre is concerned. It changes from blue to a beautiful lilac colour when you add anything that's citrusy. So even if you add lemonade, if you squeeze some orange or some lime, you'll see the colour change in this one.
So that one is your London Dry, your kind of base spirit with butterfly peas.
Butterfly pea. So all it has is a butterfly pea flour and some additional sugar, just a little sugar. It's not too sweet.
Lovely. Okay, is that number 3? Can I get that right?
Yeah, we don't call it number 3 now, because there's another gin called number 3 who took a little bit of a myth, so we had to change it. So it maybe says number 3, but it's not. It shouldn't say number 3 on it.
It's not like you've written a big. Oh, do you know what? I hear too many of these stories, and it does my head in, to be honest. It's not like you've number 3. I can only imagine.
It was our 3rd gin list.
3rd in the list. All right. Okay.
And then we decided we needed to join the pink gin gang, because everyone was getting on that bandwagon. So we'd done colour changing to death, but wanted to do something a bit different. So we introduced our pink shimmer gin. So hopefully you can see that.
I've got this one actually.
Yeah, so it's made with strawberries, so very subtly flavoured with strawberries, a little sweetness, but not a sickly sweet gin. And then the shimmer is added thereafter. So that one is very popular for gifting, and it tastes really nice. So it's lovely with tonic, with lemonade, garnish with marshmallows, or try it with cream soda and a little bit of candy floss.
No. Now, let me guess. You've made a cocktail with that over the past summer. I drank it with strawberries and tonic. Actually, my friend, my Scottish friend, passed away, and it was that drink when the night I learned she passed away. I had that in the garden. It was Scottish with some strawberries and tonic, and it was delicious.
So that's a lovely story.
Yeah, she was nice. Okay, so we've got pink sugar. So is that the whole lineup?
And then, of course, we have our lemon gin, our number 5. So obviously, it was an intention to launch our 4th gin in the flavoured range in 2020. And by the beginning of 2020, we had created the recipe, we'd run a small batch, we'd got some tasters involved, and we'd created the lemon gin. But what I wanted to do was, like another brand that has number 5 in their title, I wanted to launch on the 5th of the 5th at 5 p.m. because it was our number 5.
Okay.
However, in March, something happened.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we decided to do was on the 5th of the 5th, we announced that number 5 was going to be a lemon gin. And then thereafter, we ran a crowdfunder campaign to pre-sell the first batch.
Okay.
So that allowed us just to keep talking about the gin, get people excited about it. Yeah, we had loads of hype. We had, as part of the pledges, people could pledge for a small bottle, a large bottle, to come to our VIP launch party, which was a virtual party. And we gave 10% of everything that we raised back to the NHS Together's charity. So that was really excellent. And then as soon as lockdown relaxed, we were able to get into the distillery, get the first batch out to people. So
of course, because you weren't even allowed in, so you had the concept and you knew what you were going to do. Absolutely. But the time we went to go and actually make it with the distiller, we were unavailable. The world was unavailable.
Nothing was there. That's right. And our lemon gin, as it says in the tin, it's made from the zest of 140 lemons in each of our batches. It's a really zingy, refreshing gin. We like to call this one our sunshine in a glass. It's perfect. And we've got some amazing cocktails that we created with our lemon gin.
So out of, and I always ask this question, I know it's like choosing your favourite child.
I know.
Which one?
So I'll be honest, the first 3 I made for an audience. The lemon gin I made for me. So I've got to say it's my lemon gin that's my favourite. But I don't like to say it's my favourite child because there's a story behind that. Because Ellis is my daughter's name. And people say, oh, that's so lovely, that's so nice, until I tell them I have a son.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to do with favourite child, honestly.
But wait a minute, what's your son's name?
My son's name is Logan, and I have said to him, why don't we create a Logan's Rum?
Yes, the marketeer in me, I'm a marketing consultant. Absolutely, the Logan range. Yeah, he's got nothing to worry about. Okay, so we know we've got a beautiful family. So when did you start? Sorry, what was your life before gin? What got you into this whole space?
So my background is in financial services. So I ran large change programs and for most of the major banks, and I had a really successful career, was able to travel. At the end of every project, I thought, do I want to do another project or do something for myself? And for years, I thought, I'm going to do something. And then just took the plunge. Gin's been popular, and I've followed it since really 2008. I'm not a huge gin drinker, but I loved the stories, I loved the branding, I loved the differentiation, the fact that cocktail bars disappeared, gin bars popped up. It was just amazing. So I thought, let's do something different. And I think I'd mentioned to you, I didn't create Ellis Gin right away. we didn't launch Ellis right away. We had a range of ready-to-drink gin cocktails that we sold in a cylindrical bottle. So we mixed the first iteration of Ellis Gin with pressed fruits and roots. And we had a range of those that we ran with for about a year and a bit before Ellis was launched. And I always laugh, Kate, because one of the drinks in our range was Ellis Gin with orange, grapefruit and lemon. And we called that one our breakfast gin. And can you imagine if I had a breakfast gin during COVID? I would be a multi-millionaire right now.
You would. So did you brand those cocktails? What were they called?
We simply called them gin and mix.
Ah,
so
okay.
And then they transpired to be Ellis Gin and Mix.
Right.
And we stopped selling them probably, but the start of 2019 was really when we stopped producing them.
So we've got a beautiful range of gin now. We've Logan. We'll deal with Logan at some point in the future. But tell everybody about your subscription boxes that you have, because I've seen a few distillers doing this, a few different shapes and sizes. But how do you guys do it? What's in the Ellis subscription?
So one of the things that kept us going during lockdown, because our bars and restaurants closed, our face-to-face events closed, we had a trickling online, and we obviously increased that and got onto a number of different marketplaces. But the cocktails were really popular. So what we ended up doing over the summer, excuse me, and then into Christmas time was selling cocktail boxes. So we'd have a box that had your gin in it, and then all of the other ingredients that you needed to make 2 or 3 cocktails with enough gin left over to do what you so pleased with it. So what we decided to do in December last year was create a subscription model so people could subscribe each month. Because we had the 4 gins, soon to be 5, in our range, we could do something really different and go back to the first gin in month 5. So our boxes come in that beautiful box that you have behind you, in our lovely box like so. And each month you have your gin of the month, and then you have your preferred cocktail, but we also have recommendations of other things that you can do. And I was saying to Kate, I didn't plan this, but this month the suggested cocktail is a bee's knees. But we also have a buzzing bee's knees. So in our box, you get your 200 ml of Ellis Lemon Gin. You get your honey to make your honey syrup. You get some tonic as a perfect serve for later. And you get a little bottle of Prosecco. So if you add some lemon juice, some Ellis Gin number 5, some honey to your mixer, shake it up the way we did, but then top it with Prosecco, then you've got your buzzing bee's knees.
So it sounds beautiful, and it will be beautiful. I, however, spent the summer last year, drinking. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll have a Prosecco with gin in. That's what I'll do. And I was on this path, and it is delicious, and it is poison. So a 20 centiliter bottle and a mini bottle of Prosecco is enough. Like, just get your subscription, do that. I was not limited or limited. And so find myself, and I still do it now. I go, oh God, can I really put Prosecco in that? Or can I really put gin in it? And then I go, yeah, just have one. Yeah, sun's out, sun's shining.
So the other thing in there, you'll get a garnish. So this month, our garnish is candied lemon. So we'll pop that into our bee's knees. And then you normally get a little snack. So this month, it's yogurt covered honeycomb, which I can assure you is delicious. Absolutely delicious.
So that's a cute little set, isn't it? So how much is that? How much do people pay for?
So the monthly subscription is £29 per month, but you can buy a one-off box for £32, and that's delivered as well. That includes delivery.
Excellent. Oh, that's proper cute, isn't it? That's gift market sort of place, whether that's actually oneself or not.
Surprisingly, this has been really popular. Our previous cocktail was a Gina Colada. So it was like a pina colada, but with our pink shimmer gin. And it had Malibu and coconut cream and things in it. And that was so popular as teachers' presents. So that's at end of term as a teacher's present, because in Scotland, it's school holidays have started.
Of course, broken up, haven't you? I mean, I do love my kids' teachers. Yeah, but I don't know whether I love them that much. It can cause trouble sometimes. Maybe for Poppy's teacher, he might doesn't deserve this. Like, this is very posh and beautiful. So the subscription box is launched in December.
It was, yeah.
So what's next? Because I feel like there's always something. I feel like you've always got something bubbling.
We have. So obviously, Ellis number 1 is, and it's there. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. We've got the branding. But what I'm looking to do is introduce it later this year, but in a more sustainable way. I'm not going to say what, but I'm just thinking of something different to launch as a bit of a special edition. So yeah, we're looking at that. And obviously, and I'm really sorry to say this, but the Christmas thoughts are already underway. So yeah, we're looking to see what we do in for Christmas time for our gifting. Once we get past summer and sunshine in a glass and things like that.
I know, don't the thought of wishing away summer, it's really just getting outside. Oh, very exciting. So lots to do, lots to look forward to. Delicious gin. Thank you very much for the bottle. I want to make myself another little. I was like, oh, I'll only have a tiny one, but I've got a bit of ice left in there. Oh, there's loads left in here. What am I doing? It's going to go wrong because I've got a giant ice cube in there hiding.
So Kate, just for the guys on the Ellis Gin site, the Ellis Gin Facebook page that are listening in, Sip and Share. How do they get to know about it? What can they do? Tell us what it's all about.
So Sip and Share is last May I had a client of mine, so I'm a marketing consultant by day job. She dropped off 4 bottles of gin and a bottle of vodka and said, do me a favour, taste these for me and tell me what you think. And I said, yeah, all right, then I might do it on camera. Ha, ha, ha. And that afternoon, bought a URL and started tastings and interviewing distillers and talking about craft spirits, and really found that there was nowhere that really focused in on the producer or the distiller and told their story, unless it was kind of Craft Gin Club and, a big subscription company. And then the shops, the retailers were just focused on themselves. My big thing is community. So it's a community of members, and we've got 256, I think, now. And they buy spirits at between 10 and 35% off. And we work directly with the distiller. So it's not a retailer. I don't buy a load of product. Directly with the distiller. And we do offers and we do monthly events and we do launches. And it's just awesome. It's something that I just had the idea last June and had the idea in October and just went, yeah, I'll do that. So I spent the first few months of last year just interviewing distillers, doing stuff like this, meeting people and building a community of audience, people who watched the brands. And the brands were saying, do you want to give your followers, do you want to give them some discount for watching? And I said, yeah, all right, thanks, that's great of you. And then I thought, I bet there's something here. I bet there's a model here whereby distillers can show up and show off, members can feel special, and it's about bringing those two parties together and finding gin and spirits, because we have gin, rum, vodka, and liqueur, even a whiskey now that you would never know about, that you just wouldn't generally find. So from you guys, unless they're following you on Instagram,
absolutely,
unless you're paying hundreds and thousands of pounds for Facebook advertising, or they're following you on social media, how do people find you? Mm-hmm. That's the challenge for a small brand, is how do you get outside of your region? How do you get outside of your immediate audience? And how do members that just Sip and Share audience get to find stuff that they wouldn't have normally found?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's great.
Yeah, it's all there. Sipandshare.co.uk.
Great.
So yes, it's all good, and we're having. I tell you what we're doing. We're having our first meetup next week. So 10 of us are going to a distiller doing a gin school together and hiring an Airbnb, which is crazy. And
Wow.
then we're having an annual, calling it Sip Fest. We're having an annual party in October, 9th of October at County Cricket Club. We're all getting dressed up. So there's a load of people coming to that as well. So yeah, it's good.
That's great. Yeah, it sounds as if it's, and you know, to have that number of subscribers so quickly is really, really excellent.
It got really, I think lockdown is what fueled it really, because like you said, in terms of doing the cocktails, you're there and it's every Friday and you've kind of got the content around you, you've got the spirits and the mixes and things. And I just found that, I was on social media, like you, on social media doing lives all the time. And so from December to February, we had really rapid growth. And getting members every day, and it was like crazy. And now it's kind of slowed down a bit. We've got a partnership with a company called Intergin, who are gin subscription box. So if you sign up for Intergin, you get a free Sip and Share membership. So we've done some of that. We've got kind of different deals and partnerships and stuff on the go. An annual membership is half price until tonight at 11 o'clock as well.
Good.
Yeah, okay. And then we've got you guys. You've joined the Sip and Share family.
I have. My dog's going mad in the background. I don't know what he's doing.
So is there anything else we need to know about Ellis Gin?
No, I think we've covered most of it. No, yeah, just loving it. It's great, and it's fantastic to be able to get back out there. We're in Edinburgh next week at a market. In Castle Street, so really centrally Edinburgh. So really excited to get out there, start talking to people, and as you say, just sharing the joy with others.
Well, and you've got a brand that and a colour palette that makes people smile and feels light and beautiful and fun and indulgent. And so, markets will be your best friend, won't they? Because people will see and they get to meet you. So you're not missing financial services too much then.
No. No, especially now, all of this working from home and trying to deliver things when you can't look people in the eye to some extent, but no, not at all.
Yeah. Well, then on that note, let's leave everybody to their Wednesday evening and say cheers to a bee's knees.
Cheers.
Not buzzing, but happily enough for a Wednesday evening. And thanks everyone for joining us. Nice to be on Ellis Gin's page as well. And we'll see you all very soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.